God created the wind to be free. But sometimes, that wind becomes a people, and that people erases every border drawn by man. At the end of the 12th century, in the endless plains of Asia, a child was born. His name would one day be Genghis Khan, and his army would achieve what no other nation in history ever could, to make the whole world tremble under one banner. This is the story of the Mongols, a story written in blood, carried by the wind, and remembered forever. A cold dawn. As the Onon River steamed under the rising sun, a baby's cry echoed through a small tent. His name was Temujin. He had no crown, no army. Yet God's gaze was upon him. When his father was poisoned by rivals, his mother, Holan, raised the children alone. Hunger, betrayal, loneliness. These were the fires that forged his soul. Every night he looked at the stars and whispered, "One day, even the stars will know my name." The steppe was divided. Tatars, Merkits, Naimans, Karaites, each tribe fighting for survival. Temujin didn't unite them with fear, but with loyalty and justice. He learned that true power comes not from cruelty, but from trust. One night, he dreamed of a light descending from heaven. It touched his shoulder and whispered, "You will unite not just tribes, but the world." In 1206, the tribes gathered under one sky. They raised a single voice, Genghis Khan. The name meant universal ruler. Temujin was no longer just a man, he became a symbol of destiny. He created the great law, the Yasa, bringing order, equality, and discipline. The steppe was now united, but his gaze turned beyond the horizon. The world was waiting. China, a land of gold, silk, and wisdom. But to Genghis Khan, it was also a challenge. In 1209, his army crossed the Great Wall. Thousands of horses thundered across the plains, arrows darkened the sky, cities fell one after another. But conquest was not his only goal. He sought knowledge and stability. He protected scholars, engineers, and physicians, the minds of the world. Trade routes flourished. The Silk Road came alive again, under the protection of a man once called a barbarian. In 1219, Genghis Khan sent a trade caravan to the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia, but the Shah betrayed him and killed his envoys. Genghis Khan said only 3 words, "I am God's punishment," and he was. The Mongol army swept west like a divine storm. Bukhara, Samarkand, Merv, each city burned for its betrayal. He didn't kill for pleasure. He believed he was the sword of divine justice. The Mongol army was unmatched. Every warrior carried his own food, repaired his own weapons, and obeyed without hesitation. They reached Europe, Russia, Poland, Hungary, and everywhere. The same whisper echoed, "The horses of Genghis Khan are coming." But his empire was more than conquest. He built communication routes, trade systems, and diplomacy networks. He turned chaos into a global order. In 1227, near the mountains of western China, Genghis Khan lay dying. His generals and sons stood around him. His final words became prophecy. "I came by God's command, but the world endures not by the sword, but by justice." Never forget the steppe, for it is the heart of freedom. A storm broke that night. The heavens themselves seemed to mourn. He died, but his name lived forever. His sons Ögedei, Chagatai, Batu, and Kublai expanded his empire across continents. Kublai Khan founded the Yuan dynasty in China. Batu Khan reached deep into Europe. The Mongol Empire became the largest in human history. But power faded and unity crumbled. The empire fell. Yet Genghis Khan's legacy shaped the world. He changed trade diplomacy and warfare forever. He connected East and West, and in doing so, he reshaped civilization itself. Today, in the endless Mongolian steppe, the wind still whispers the same sound. And sometimes you can almost hear it say, "The riders are coming." Perhaps Genghis Khan's story isn't just history. Perhaps it's a reminder that order can rise from chaos and faith can move nations. Ending. Hard times message. Every empire rises. Every Han empire falls. But only a few are remembered forever. The Mongols didn't just conquer the world, they changed it. If this story made you feel the power of history, like, share, and subscribe to Hard Times because history only lives when it's told.